go home and watch brtnepal.com. Okay?
brtnepal.com.
Bye.
Namaste Swamiji. Welcome to Denver. We have been so fortunate that you are here since the last 1 week. We have been coming to the satsangs and it's been so educative, and so I'll take this opportunity to talk to you, and then let's share this to our viewers. To start with, can you tell us about your educational background and what made you to trigger into the philosophical side of the life?
I did B.Tech in mechanical engineering from IIT Delhi, and then I did MBA from IIM Calcutta, and then for some time I worked in a corporate house. Actually it was the Tatas in India. Now, while I was doing engineering, we were being exposed to a lot of science and the laws of science. But the question in my mind was, who is the lawmaker behind all these laws? That was not being answered. Also, there were other questions that were important to me, like what is my goal in life? What is my real self? Why am I here in this world? Who created this world? And why did he create this world? So these questions were also not being addressed by science. So then when I started doing MBA, at that time I was exposed to satsang through a classmate of mine. Now, reading the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam and the scriptures, I came to in touch with the divine knowledge of the Vedas, and this gave me a framework for understanding the whole of creation and my purpose in it. So after that I started practicing sadhana, and as a result of that the mind got attached to God. So it is said that the call of God is the strongest call in your life. So that is what I experienced. So I did take up a job, but then I felt that to dedicate my energy and my time and efforts to a corporate house does not make sense to me. In the light of the absolute truth, I would rather dedicate myself in the service of God. So in order to realize God for myself and to serve my fellow human beings, I decided to take the path of sannyas.
So how are you exposed to Kripaluji Maharaj? How did you, because in search of Guru, you found Kripaluji Maharaj as your Guru, and you started working him. So how are you exposed to the...
Initially I was in touch with other philosophies and other organizations. And 5 years after taking sannyas, I came in touch with Kripaluji Maharaj. I first saw a picture of his in Bhav Samadhi.
Okay.
So seeing that picture, I felt that if he has attained this state, he must be a very elevated saint. And then after that, I read a book of his called Philosophy of Divine Love, which was so logical that it was extremely convincing to me. And then I heard a lecture of one of his preachers in Bombay, and the lecture was so impacting that I felt that if this preacher is speaking like this, then the Guru must definitely be some perfected personality who has come into this world. Soon after that I had his darshan, and I saw that he possesses not only the divine knowledge of God, but he also possesses an ocean of divine love. So I said, my goal is to attain love for God, and he has already got it. So I must surrender to him and serve him, and by his grace attain the goal.
Okay. So since your childhood, do you have this devotional exposure from your family, from your parents? You are already into some kind of a philosophical exposure or something, or is it just happened?
It was like the basic exposure we all get in India through the family and the parents.
Okay.
But I had a tendency, like which I remember, from school days, from standard 8, I was meditating, although nobody taught it, but I just picked up a book and I started meditating. So that continued all the way through school and college. Every day I used to do half an hour to 1 hour of meditation.
Okay, thank you. So, can you please explain a little bit about the meditation, the techniques, and what technique that you suggest, and the ways to do it, and what do we achieve, through meditation?
Well, there are so many techniques of meditation that are being practiced around the world in different traditions. The speciality of our tradition is that we emphasize the devotional aspect or bhakti. So we say that meditation is not aimed only at developing your concentration or your focus. Meditation should be a means of purifying your mind and helping you attain the final goal, which is God. So the object of the meditation should be the all pure, that is God. So rather than meditating upon a void or meditating upon a lake or the Bhumadhya, etc., we recommend that you meditate upon God.
Okay.
Now, in the divine realm of God, you have His names, you have His forms, you have His pastimes, His virtues, etc. Amongst all these, Kripaluji Maharaj has emphasized the form of God. That if you bring the image of God in front of you, you will find it very easy to focus your mind. The reason being that in the world you are habituated to forms. Wherever you were attached, there was a form. Wherever you loved, there was a form. So if your mind has the form of God, the mind can easily attach itself to God and easily develop love for Him. So this we call it Rupa Dhyan meditation.
Okay.
Meditation on the divine form.
Okay. So, what are the good things through meditation that we can expect out of?
Well, Sri Krishna says, Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He says, Arjun, I am trigunatit, beyond the three gunas. If you attach your mind to me, your mind will also become trigunatit, which means it will go beyond tamogun, rajogun, sattvagun, the mode of ignorance, passion and goodness, and it will become divine. So the mind will get purified as a result of meditation, and you will develop divine love.
Thank you. So, how after getting into this sannyasi life, how did because with your vast background on the education side and technology and management, how did your views of life change? After getting into this devotion, the philosophical path, did you ever see some conflict within your mind between the science that with versus the secrets of the yogic life?
Well, my views to life had changed actually before sannyas. So sannyas was a logical conclusion of that. Now, in the light of divine knowledge, I understood that I am a tiny part of God and my duty is to serve Him. And everything that exists is the energy of God. So taking the path of sannyas facilitated me in practicing that philosophy, because I spend my time, my energy, everything in dedication to the one with whom everything is connected.
Okay.
Now, I did not find any conflict between spiritual knowledge and the science that I had studied.
Okay.
Because our Vedas say, Dve vidye veditavye parachaiva paracha. The Vedas do not contradict science and spirituality. They say that both are bona fide branches of knowledge. Material knowledge or material science understands the external world and helps you harness the forces of nature for the convenience and maintenance of your body, which is necessary even for a sannyasi or anybody going towards God. Spiritual knowledge helps you purify your inner self, the mind and the intellect, and manifest the divinity of the soul within. So we do not need to contradict these two. In fact, we need to reconcile both of these. Anybody to attain the goal of life will have to utilize both. Spiritual knowledge for the inner world and material knowledge for the maintenance of the body.
Okay, that's very precise. So can you little bit about can you describe about the JKYog organization as a and the mottos of the organization, the services offered? And
JKYog is a part of the worldwide mission of Kripaluji Maharaj. So he is propagating this philosophy of divine love, and under the umbrella of his main mission there are many sister and branch organizations. So he gave me the instructions to propagate his philosophy in the West. So since the last 3 years primarily, I have been touring all of USA, distributing this knowledge. So for that purpose we have registered JKYog as a non-profit organization, and over the last few years it has succeeded in establishing about 15 different congregational centers in various parts of USA, where devotees gather on a regular basis to do sadhana and satsang. Apart from that, JKYog also has got a very strong program for the children called Bal-Mukund Character Building Program. Okay. We have got 12 Bal-Mukund centers in different parts of USA. And JKYog supports the various activities carried on by the main mission of Kripaluji Maharaj. So we are running free charitable hospitals in the poorest of places of India, okay, where everything including medicines is free of charge. And we are also running free educational institutes, particularly in the field of women's education in the rural areas for the emancipation of women. And I have begun a very ambitious project in the state of Odisha. We have purchased 100 acres of land from the government of Odisha, signing an MOU with them for the establishment of a spiritual university there. So this project is presently under construction.
Yes. So how do you feel about the Denver trip? This is your first trip into the state of Colorado. So how do you see the whole overall progress in Denver community?
We are getting a nice response in the evening.
Okay.
We have a lot of people coming from the Indian community and the Nepali community. In fact, we have a very big participation from the Nepali community, and we also have some Westerners who have got interested and they are coming. So I see that there is a good scope. This program has happened at such a time that there was this incident that took place in the cinema hall that has affected everybody in the country and moved them all to remorse, and that was the mood amongst our devotees and participants as well. But I think the energy and vibrations of this program may have helped in uplifting the moods of at least some of the people.
So how can we support as a community from Colorado? How can we support JKYog and some of its service initiatives? Any volunteer opportunities, or what are the different ways that we can support the
JKYog is a preaching mission.
Okay.
So being a preaching mission, it goes out into society, reaching out. So there are varieties of sevas, service opportunities. So if anybody feels inspired, there's definitely so much that they can do. We are trying to reach out to people through all the modern ways.
Okay.
So we've got an excellent website, and we are active over the social networking channels such as YouTube and Twitter, and we've got hundreds of videos uploaded on Facebook and we have a 24-hour radio station called Radio JKYog, etc.
Yes.
And then I have an ongoing tour. Over the last 4 months, I've conducted week-long programs in 15 cities, and there are another 15 cities ahead, and we've got retreats coming up. So all these activities offer a variety of seva opportunities. So if anybody is interested, they are all most welcome. And we also have a regular ongoing satsang out here in Aurora. Our devotees, they meet once a week every Saturday. So everybody is welcome to come and participate.
Okay. So finally, your message to us, to lead a better life and thus, reach the good goals and being a good human being. What is your message?
I would like to say that our scriptures contain a vast treasure house of knowledge. If we can access that knowledge, that will help bringing a transformation in our lives. And the first piece of knowledge is, who are we? We are not this body, we are the soul. So we spend all our time catering to the body, the desires of the body, the comforts of the body, but we neglect the soul within. Now, if we can take out some time on a daily basis for the nourishment of our own soul, that will go a long way in uplifting our lives. So God has given us 24 hours. If we can take out just 5% of that time, which is 1 hour every day, and that 1 hour you cultivate your spirituality through divine knowledge, through chanting, through meditation, through satsang, and in this way you purify your mind. If you can do this on a regular basis, then even when you work in the world, you will slowly start moving to the state of karma yoga, which is the primary instruction of the Bhagavad Gita. So karma yoga means you do your karma with the body, but let the mind be attached to God. So for 1 hour every day you do your personal sadhana, and then for the rest of the day you do karma yoga. With this combination, anybody can easily make their life sublime.
Okay, thank you, Swami. On behalf of BRT Nepal and other channel, we'd like to thank you very much, and thanks. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, and my best wishes to all your viewers and listeners.
जीवन वाली